Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be turning an 85-foot locomotive. That's right, 85-foot locomotive on an 80-foot turntable. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4501 here is actually 5 feet longer than our turntable itself. So on each side of our turntable, there will be about 2.5 feet of overhang. Now, because of this, we do ask everyone to please remain well behind that yellow safety line you see painted on the ground in front of you. Once again, please do remain well behind that yellow safety line. Your locomotive for the day is Southern Railway number 4501. The locomotive here was built in 1911 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, this locomotive is a 282 Mikado locomotive. Got 2 small pilot wheels in front of the locomotive, 8 large driving wheels, and 2 small trailing wheels under our cab. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we discuss the interesting history of this locomotive, I would like to point out your steam crew for the day. Directly behind me here in the engineer's seat, we have our engineer, Joseph. Everybody say hi, Joseph. Now, on the other side of the cab, you will see your fireman, Frank, in just a few moments. Now, once you see Frank, everybody make sure you give him a big wave and a hello. Now, the 4501 here has some pretty significant history. This locomotive would enter service in October of 1911 on the Southern Railway as a freight hauling locomotive. But the locomotive would be in charge of short, fairly bland freight trains on the Southern, and it would serve the Southern up until 1948. You see, in 1948, the diesel-electric locomotives began to make its debut. The locomotives were efficient, they were cheap to operate, therefore they were much more superior in the eyes of the Southern Railway. The Southern Railway would completely dieselized by 1953. Now, the 4501 here would be sold to the Kentucky and Tennessee Railway in 1948 for the price of $8,825. Now, the K&T would renumber the 4501 to K&T number 12 and would have used it to haul coal trains up the mountains of Stearns, Kentucky. Now, this locomotive would operate in Stearns, Kentucky, up until 1964. Now, in 1964, even the Kentucky and Tennessee would begin to dieselize. The K&T would sell the 4501 to us here at the Tennessee Valley Road Museum for the price of only $5,000. After the Tennessee Valley Road Museum would acquire this locomotive, run it back to Chattanooga under its own power, the locomotive will be the first to do so after dieselization on the Southern Railway. Ladies and gentlemen,